Many of our country's finest treasures lay buried beneath the earth. But why is that? Did the people of the past live deep beneath sea level? Or did they simply hide all of their wonderful possessions to try and keep them out of our greedy, grubby, jam-soaked midst? I suppose that's for the historians and the archaeologists to decide.
Students should stop and take a moment. Just the one. Now taking students for archaeology. Students eating rubbish are reminded that you are what you eat. The academic year is starting. I hope you have a pencil. Archaeology students should wash their hands and wipe their feet. Students need a place to sleep, a bed preferably. Students are reminded that today's complaints will be tomorrow's funny stories, eventually.
You're listening to
Ricky Hawthorne on 2 Point Radio. Ricky Hawthorne on 2 Point Radio. Today I balance two hats jauntily on my one singular head. My regular disc jockeying hat is joined by my occasional chef hat. Yes, I'll be taking you all over 2 Point County as I recount my latest culinary travels when I set out to find the finest foods our great county has to offer. Just a hungry man and his hatchback. It's a tale as old as time.
Frequently asked questions. I believe that smell is you. Teacher required to do some teaching. Thank you. Tuition fees may be spent on administrative bonuses. The campus has opened a new building. Good for us. Students might want to try something else. Student housing should be character building, not pleasant. Teacher required to do some teaching. Thank you. Assistant to the library. Thank you. Library books are for everyone. Please stop reading. You are reminded that they're easily replaceable.
The culinary world is a lot like the real world. There are places, there are smells, there's a chance you'll get lost. After a series of wrong turns, now 60 miles off course, I was treated to the first food of my trip. A wondering puffed pastry and something I believe to be meat. The buttery sausage-style matter mingled playfully with hints of pine from my air freshener. It was unexpected. It was dangerous. It was cold in the middle.
Janitor to collect litter. Now and always. Teacher required to do some teaching. Thank you. Syllabus requesting new room. A new room for the syllabus. Weather report, it's raining frogs. Again. Announcement. Healthy body, healthy mind. I came up with that. Campus intruders, please not come in. This is an academic institution. Our bathrooms are co-educational. We have a class without a teacher. That's a class without a teacher. Students are reminded that you don't have to ask to go to the toilet. Students are reminded to stop what you're doing and listen to me.
If you ask me, Hogsport boasts the finest milkshakes in 2 Point County. At the Oily Cormorant, they'll serve you a traditional malt in an old leather boot and throw in a salt and vinegar egg. You just cannot beat it. Milkshakes are a great tradition. They're in our blood. In fact, I once received medical attention after enjoying a few dozen shakes and was told that my blood was over 60% ice cream. How we laughed.
Showering is technically but not socially optional. Teachers should be found in a teacher's office, but it's not always the case. Unattended sandwiches will be eaten by me. Your body is a temple, and you wouldn't fill a temple with crisps. The administrator is reminded to stay hydrated. should try to be less terrible. There's a class starting on campus. Funny that.
Enough is enough. Are you disgruntled? Of course you are. I'm absolutely fuming. That's why I'm voting for Tabitha Windsock. Vote Tabitha Windsock. Drastic times call for drastic measures.
Frequently asked questions. I believe that smell is you. Frequently asked questions. No, you can't have an extension. The academic year is now over. The yearly results are in. Another average year. Summer break would be a convenient time for construction. Announcement. The timetable is now live. Students eating rubbish are reminded that you are what you eat. Students should check in before trying to learn. Archaeology students should wash their hands and wipe their feet.
Ricky Hawthorne on 2 Point Radio. I'm a huge fan of Yeti cuisine. Yes, our neighbors to the north really know their way around a kitchen. From stews and pickles to 5-tiered sandwiches and, of course, their pies. Cold hands make the boldest pastry, after all, and it is freezing up there. You really must try it. It's the food of the people, and those people are Yetis.
Syllabus requesting new room. A new room for the syllabus. It doesn't matter how desperate you are. No urinating on campus facilities. Sleep is important, but you can do it later. Showering is technically but not socially optional.
I was famished when I arrived at the Royal Tumble Hotel, so much so that I took advantage of my kitchenette and feasted greedily on some toast. When I returned from a walk, I was stunned to find that all crumbage had been decrumbled. The bed was made and the toilet spotless. Every sign of life had been washed away. You've got to ask yourself, had I really been staying here? Indeed, do I exist at all? Lovely stuff.
Janitor needed in dormitory. Students are reminded that you're not that memorable. Intruders, please not come in. Attention, your finger is not a toothbrush. There's a class starting on campus. Funny that. Extra tuition can be found in the teacher's office. Stop bothering me. Failing students might want to try something else.
This trip was all about regional delights and cultural differences. One man's casual volleyball is another's world-shattering epiphany. The people of Smogley have been crusting and dusting their fish for as long as anyone can remember. But at the recently opened What's the Batter, they use a unique cheesy gubbin crumb. Ho 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 ho! I can safely say that it was the cheesiest fish this DJ had ever eaten. That's a winner.
Janitor required in bathroom. Frequently asked questions. I believe that smell is you. Janitor required in bathroom. Intruders on campus. You know what to do.
I hope you enjoyed today's show as much as I enjoyed my trip around this wonderful, mysterious county of ours. But for now, all of this talk about food has made me hungry. So I'm off to the fridge to take out the first thing I find and cover it in mayonnaise. Until next time, I've been Ricky Hawthorne. Cheers!
Students are reminded that you don't have to ask to go to the toilet. Janitor required in bathroom. Showering is technically but not socially optional. Announcement. Intruders on campus. Oh no. campus is not a promise, but a course is missing a classroom.
Sir Nigel Bickleworth. Cheers, cheers! On 2 Point Radio, forget what you're doing and give in to the saccharine melodies of my voice. I am Sir Nigel Bickleworth, and you may not know it, but you just... Made a wonderful decision. The finest radio show in town. Coming right up.
Welcome to the start of a new year. I'll be your host. Hello. is not a promise, but a course is missing a classroom.
This week on Sir Nigel Reviews, we'll be talking about a modern beat combo, a group that call themselves the Helium Baboons. I must admit, while it may not be my usual cup of beef tea, for contemporary mindlessness, and that's what this is, it was not as bad as most of today's dirge and drivel. Helium Baboons, not as bad as I feared they would be. 2 shrugs out of a possible 5.
Would campus intruders please not come in? Assistant to the library. Thank you. Announcement. Healthy body, healthy mind. I came up with that.
It's time for Spill the Tea, where we take some finely dried hearsay from our shameless county and strain it for all the precious nectar we can. Education Minister Tarquin Foxbridge is under scrutiny for describing 2 Points youth as ambitionless nitwits, and I can see why. I can only hope that it's an abridged form of the full quotation. It would be remiss of him to forget that they are also loud, foolhardy, crass, smelly, and generally hopeless.
Failing students should work smarter and harder. Janitor required to install upgrade. Students eating rubbish are reminded that you are what you eat. How desperate you are. No urinating on campus facilities.
Get some gubbiny grub in your gob with cheesy gubbins. The essence of cheese. Cheesy gubbins. You know you want to.
Students are reminded not to encourage the frogs. a temple, and you wouldn't fill a temple with crisps. Would campus intruders please not come in? Academic year is starting soon. Was there anything you wanted to do?
And now, for the results of last week's sonnet writing competition. I must say I was appalled, if not surprised. They were lacking structure, they were lacking soul. Some of you wouldn't know an iamb from a dactyl. We'll be rolling the competition on to next week, so send in your sonnets. They can't get any worse.
The academic year is now over. Students eating rubbish are reminded that you are what you eat. Students are reminded that you don't have to ask to go to the toilet.
My respect for those that choose chivalric and knightly pursuits, well, it's really very large. The Bigglesworths, after all, come from a rich and prestigious line of people on and near horses. That being said, feudal aristocracy use their hands far too much for my liking. The swordsmanship, the adventuring. Have you ever held a lance? It's a chore. If you're so important, why are you doing all that work? Rule smarter, not harder.
Is expanding, even more than usual. Your body is a temple, and you wouldn't fill a temple with crisps.
It seems that Agatha Sphere and the Orb Foundation are targeting the county's colleges in an attempt to appeal to a younger demographic. Those orb-happy loons must be subdued at all cost. But wasting their time trying to brainwash our brainless students seems like a terrific diversion. I'm so glad we found a use for our horde of unwashed undergraduates.
Students are reminded that you don't have to ask to go to the toilet. It's not your year, it's just another year.
And now for the segment we call Agony Answers. You provide the agony and I'll provide the answers. This week's problem is from Helpless in Hogsport. I'm stuck in my bathroom. I think the doorknob fell off. What should I do? Well, I'd start by contacting someone under less anonymous circumstances. Perhaps a friend or the local authorities. Best of luck and so on.
Students are reminded to make requests, not demands. Attention, your finger is not a toothbrush. Failing students might want to try something else. Your body is a temple, and you wouldn't fill a temple with crisps. Intruders on campus. You know what to do. Students with medical issues should go to the health clinic.
Good morning. You're listening to Ricky Hawthorne on 2 Point Radio. You're listening to 2 Point Radio. This is Ricky Hawthorne. It's a few minutes past something. We'll check on those numbers while you listen to some music.
Janitor required to install upgrade.
It's funny how your routines can change after all these years. Lately, I've been enjoying a bowl of hog logs in the morning. It's true what they say in the advert. There just wasn't enough pig in my morning. This next song is for the hog log lady.
Janitor needed in medical office. go to the toilet. Janitor required in bathroom.
Recently, while walking home, I was chased into a tree by a group of students barking like dogs. I went into a primal state of self-preservation, hissing at them like a feral cat. I've learned since that it was some kind of initiation for a society. Oh, I suppose now that I know it was a joke, I can see the funny side. Ha! Young people, eh? The terrifying scamps.
Students with a long way to go should really get moving. Janitor needed in research lab.
Clean your whiskers and grab your briefcase because Cat Court is in session. This season, it's all litigation and litter trays. The bureaucrats, New episode every week on Bundle Pictures.
Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. Required in bathroom.
You're listening to Ricky Hawthorne on 2 Point Radio. Here's the weather. Things are looking cold on the pointy mountains. You might want to wear a second pair of shoes. I suppose skis are technically a second pair of shoes. What they lack in terms of providing warmth, they make up for by being a lot like very thin toboggans. Play that music.
Starting soon. have a pencil? Announcement. Intruders on campus. Oh no.
I recently joined an amateur plumbing club. Oh, it's a lot of fun. The pipes, the tools, the rush when you blow a valve. The competitive element is one thing, but it's also great training for when something goes wrong at home. After all, with the right attitude and a little experience, there's no problem you can't make worse.
Syllabus requesting new room. A new room for the syllabus. Students should try to be less terrible. Students have a long way to travel. Is that their problem or ours?
In the news today, pop star Jasmine Odyssey has everybody talking after sharing an image of a spatula. Fans are debating whether this latest post is a cryptic suggestion of music to come or simply a kitchen-based mistake. It's hard to say, but what is clear is that we'll be discussing it for days.
Assistant needed in library. Janitor required to repair training pod. Your body is a temple, and you wouldn't fill a temple with crisps.
That's the end of our show, but I'll be back tomorrow to do it all over again. Here's to that. Here's to time's relentless advance. Here's to you, 2 Point County. Playing us out, we've got an absolute firecracker. Good night.
Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. Janitor required in bathroom. Students are reminded that there are no reasons, only excuses. Some students have a long way to travel. Is that their problem or ours?
Sir Nigel Bickleworth. Cheers, cheers! On 2 Point Radio, salutations and congratulations on your exquisite taste. You're tuning in for the peak of sophistication on our country's airwaves, Sir Nigel Bickleworth on 2 Point Radio. But of course, you already knew that.
Janitor required in bathroom. intruders on campus. Oh no. Support can be found in student support.
It's time for Sir Nigel Reviews, and thanks to the enlightening intervention of our wonderful producers, you, the audience, have chosen the object of our desires this week. The public's collective wisdom has entrusted me with hog logs. I'm told a popular choice of breakfast cereal. Let's get this over with, shall we? Interesting. Interesting. It almost tastes like pork scratchings. Ooh!
Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely.
Apologies for the abrupt end to our last segment. I've had a quick rinse and can commence with our review. The border of sweet and savory is, for some perverse reason, the fashion in fine dining circles, so I suppose it only makes sense that this would trickle down, in some form, to the food of the layperson. Congratulations to you, the common people, for joining in on this most foul of fads.
Students eating rubbish are reminded that you are what you eat. The timetable is not written in stone. Still, we're not changing it. Calling an assistant. Some students have a long way to travel. Is that their problem or ours?
New to the Crumley student range, instant casserole. You want a warming meal, but you've not got all day.
Come on!
With Crumley's new instant casserole range, you just add water, and you've got something a lot like casserole. Just like Mama used to make.
Weather report. The campus is expecting light cloud cover and some earthquakes. Assistant to the library. Thank you.
Nigel Bickleworth, your friend over the frequencies. I tried to get this next song pulled from the station, but alas, what can one do? Well, I can play it with the disclaimer that you shouldn't enjoy it, and you won't enjoy it. Here you are, some musical tripe, only on 2 Point Radio.
Issues can be remedied by talking to a qualified librarian. Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely.
It's time to spill the tea with Nigel B. Nigel B? Who wrote that? Who wrote it? Have them fired, all right? Today I'm hearing that a production assistant at a certain radio station is getting the sack. Scandalous, I know, but you didn't hear it from me.
Rubbish should be placed in bins. Is that too complicated for you? Campus intruders, please not come in. Requesting assistant. Provides healthcare for its students. Well, it should. Pastoral issues can be remedied by talking to a qualified librarian.
It may come as a shock, but in my formative years, I went through a Gothic phase. I know, it's hard to imagine, but to a young and impressionable Bickleworth, there was nothing more exciting than a flying buttress. And the gargoyles, so pensive, so lugubrious, so stony. Of course, I'd come to my senses and learn to love the provocative opulence and theatricism of the Baroque. We live and we learn.
Announcement. Please be wary of falling amphibians. The summer is a good time to relax and prepare for next year. enjoy your summer. I know I will. Is a temple, and you wouldn't fill a temple with crisps.
Call me Auntie Bickleworth because it's time for Agony Answers. Today's anguish comes from Patronized in Pebbly. My elder sister talks down to me. It's like we're still kids. How can I get her to take me seriously? Oh no, how dreadful. What a very serious and adult problem you have. My advice, grow up. And of course, tune in again next time. Ta-ta!
Prospectus is not a promise, but a course is missing a classroom. Students with a long way to go should really get moving. A prospectus is not a promise, but a course is missing a classroom. Students are reminded to be relatively civilized. No feral behavior. intruders on campus. You know what to do. Students are reminded that you don't have to ask to go to the toilet. Assistant needed in the student union.
Welcome back, fellow students. It's me, DJ Shorts, keeping me finger on the pulse of 2 Point County so you didn't have to. Today's topic, would Jasmine Odyssey be cooler if she was less popular? I didn't want to spoil it for you, but the answer is yes. Here's a pretty niche favourite of mine from an actor I cannot even pronounce the name of. It's pretty challenging stuff. Check it out.
Syllabus requesting new room. A new room for the syllabus. students have a long way to travel. Is that their problem or ours? Announcement. Intruders on campus. Oh no.
Man, I hear a lot of talk about snacks on campus. Although it's pretty derivative student chat, there's something I've got to say. Sure, cheesy gubbins are, well, fine. But if you're looking for a truly superior snack, you should try Grub Grubs, the snack that's made from real naturally expired insects. You might think I sound a bit crazy, I realise that, but I really appreciate the subtle taste. They do take a few months to arrive, but personally, I think it's worth it.
Janitor needed to install upgrade. Thank you. End of year is approaching. It's too late to start trying. Education is non-refundable.
Now, it's time for a student story about a bakery that's jam-packed no more. Hugh, what have you got for us? I'm here at Old Widget Bakery in Hogsport, where for generations local students have been enjoying traditional jam donuts. But sadly, the sweetness ends here. the machine that fills the donuts with delicious fruity mixtures, such as red and green, has been suffering from jam rot and finally went out of commission today. To honour the machine, the bakery is serving donuts filled with nothing. They may seem hollow, but their taste is one of poignancy. A fitting farewell to a fine confectionery friend. Starting next week, the bakery will be back up and running with a new machine, looking to make new memories and serve lots of donuts.
Welcome, new students. We're more afraid of you than you are of us. Announcement. Please be wary of falling amphibians. Is not a promise, but a course is missing a classroom. Announcement. Intruders on campus. Oh no. Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely.
New to the Crumley student range, unfoldable pizza.
Yum.
It'll fill you up without filling up your cupboards.
Oh yeah.
Crumley's unfoldable pizza. It's a fraction the size of your average frozen pizza.
Whoa.
And when it's unfolded, well, you've got yourself a whole pizza. Just like Mama used to make.
Pastoral issues can be remedied by talking to a qualified librarian. project complete. Are reminded that school spirit is infectious. Go us.
Campus radio, some of the team were a little concerned to hear that our listenership has gone down over the past few months. But frankly, I'm not sure that I agree. I'd much rather our little radio community stay as small as possible. I don't want the crowd ruining it and taking us from a cool underground scene to something bland and mainstream. In fact, my dream would be pretty much no one listening at all. Just me, talking to myself, for myself, all day. Now that would be pretty excellent.
To repair machinery. Announcement. Intruders on campus. Oh no. report can be found in Student Support. Research project complete. Aren't you clever? Weather report. The campus is expecting light cloud cover and some earthquakes. It's almost the end of the academic year, in case you haven't noticed.
Sir Nigel Bickleworth on 2 Point Radio. Greetings, and welcome to the show. We all have our passion projects, don't we? Our dreams, our hobbies, our oddly job-like hobbies and odd jobbies. Personally, I moonlight as a writer of mysteries. Up next, I'll be taking you to a black and white world of mystery and intrigue. The much-anticipated return of Inspector Blanbury in Pinched Puddings and Just Desserts.
Students should make a good first impression. No pressure. The timetable is not written in stone. Still, we're not changing it.
It was a summery kind of summer, and Blanbury had scarcely caught his breath, fresh after outsmarting the smuggly cat burglar, when an invitation to tea dove inauspiciously through his letterbox. Such are the demands on a world-class detective and conversationalist.
No rest for a world-class detective and conversationalist.
Arriving at Flackley House, our inspector was met with two familiar smells. One promised scones, the other, calamity.
Students are reminded that you don't have to ask to go to the toilet. Issues can interfere with your studies. Go to the nurse and get back to work. Assistant required at the student union.
And so to tea, where the sandwiches came and went without the intervention of evil. though Blambury feared the host had been a little overzealous with the cucumber, when, quite of a sudden, the lights went out.
Oh, sorry, I'm always doing that.
The light came up, and Blambury began to doubt himself. Perhaps what he felt was nothing but a herring of red. Alas.
The trifle! The trifle! They've stolen the trifle!
Students with a long way to go should really get moving. Weather report, it's raining frogs. Again. Intruders on campus. You know what to do. To repair machinery.
At Jumbo, we know it's our employees that are the big deal. That's why they get the Jumbo treatment. Mobile stationery, toilet substitute, sip of milk, leg rooms, dental surgeries, additional headrest, and our famous data system analysis training program system. Or FDAP-STAPS. I'm Jumbo McNally, and I wish I worked here.
Original thought should be reserved for the research lab. Thank you. want to try something else? Despite the rumours, the campus grounds are not a toilet. The end of the academic year, in case you hadn't noticed.
We interrupt our mystery for the news. Hogsport Lighthouse gone missing. Student strikes cause university closure. And triple taxes. Lovely. Now that's done, we can return to the matter at hand. Will Inspector Blanbury crack the case? Wouldn't you like to know?
Welcome to the start of a new year. I'll be your host. Hello. We've just completed a research project. Well done.
But who would do such a thing? Who would stoop to the lowly heights populated only by reprobates and trifle thieves?
To the kitchen!
Indeed, the trifle was gone without so much as a trace. However, in its place was a single white glove.
Why, a glove? The fiend must have removed it in the excitement. What good is a glove, dear Blanbury? A glove is no pudding. Ah, but it may yet lead us to pudding. Fetch the hounds.
Pastoral issues can be remedied by talking to a qualified librarian. Students are reminded not to encourage the frogs. Campus intruders, please not come in. Students with a long way to go should really get moving.
They followed the jolly hounds through the grounds, the crunch of the gravel building to a crescendo of narrative tension, and then to grass and sight of the lake and the old willow, where, sitting against the weeping tree, they found the gloveless culprit. None other than Foggleton, the butler.
Oh, Foggleton! How could you? I'm fired, aren't I? I should think so, yes.
Janitor required in training room. Janitor to repair machinery. Campus intruders, please not come in. Despite the rumours, the campus grounds are not a toilet.
Ha! As they say, the butler did it. It just goes to show you never can trust the help. Well, that's another masterpiece in the collection. But how do I do it? Really, it's a deliciously delicate balance of extreme talent and profound humility. Join me again tomorrow for more criminally underrated radio. Ta-ta!
Students should keep learning for the rest of their lives. Most of you won't, of course. Is shaking. You're not imagining it. It's happening. Students travelling long distances for their assignment should try moving faster. In bathroom. End-of-year results are now available. No unauthorized panicking. It's not your year, it's just another year.
I'm Maggie Watmore, remembering to breathe on campus radio. Are you ever reading or poaching an egg or something and you realise that you've not taken a breath in a while? Oh, I did it again. Let's all try and focus on our breathing during this next song.
Intruders on campus. You know what to do. clean up the place. Thank you. Janitor needed in Student Union.
If you're anything like me, you're wondering why everyone is talking about cheesy gubbins. Thankfully, Hugh has the story.
Yes, the popular snack cheesy gubbins have brought campus life to a standstill with their Golden Gubbin promotion. The company has said that there are 6 of the solid gold gubbins to be found in promotional packages. Only one such crisp has been found so far, though the lucky student is with the nurse after swallowing it. Something of a crowd has formed outside the health centre, where they eagerly await for a first look at the opulent puff.
Has opened a new building. Good for us. Students travelling long distances for their assignment should try moving faster.
Have you ever been stressed about your future career? I know I have. Here's some wonderfully soothing advice from Campus Radio's coolest customer. I want to talk to you about your future. I hear far too many people getting wound up in all the worst ways over careers fairs. Sure, go. Take the free pen and the boring magazine, but don't stress yourself out. It's important to remember that all the jobs those people do won't even exist in a few years. The future is an unimaginable variable that can and will differ from everything we know in ways we can't possibly comprehend. So, why stress about it, you know?
Janitor needed in dormitory. Would campus intruders please not come in?
Jasmine. Odyssey. How do you follow up the best-selling album in two-point county history with even more music?
Even more.
Jasmine Odyssey presents Even More.
Fish out of water, bigger than before. She's writing even more.
Janitor to collect litter. Sorry.